Ratio and proportion is one very crucial topic for all the aptitude based examinations, and hence I have decided to make 10 to 12 videos for your better understanding. But in this one I am going to be talking about the basics that were taught in the 5th standard and the 6th standard, but somehow either you missed the classes or you have forgotten the topics, right? So let us get started and try to understand as to why do we use ratios. We use ratios for comparison, isn't it? We use it for comparison. And what do we compare? We compare variables. Say for example I have got two variables only. We can compare two or more values, but if I have to do the comparison between these two variables, so my first statement out here is going to be ratio of A to B, and the second one is ratio of B to A. Please try to understand this thing. Over here B is going to be in the denominator, A is going to be in the numerator. Why? Because you are comparing the value of A with value of B. Over here in the second situation, A is going to be in the denominator and B is going to be in the numerator. You are comparing the value B with the value A. Over here you are comparing A with B. So this is known to be a ratio. This is also known to be a ratio, but in this situation you are comparing A with B, whereas in this situation you are comparing B with A. I hope you are understanding this. And in childhood you might also have been taught that the numerator is known to be the antecedent and denominator is known to be the consequent. So over here B is the antecedent, A is the consequent. So in ratios we do the comparison of two or more values. So when I write A is to B as 2 is to 3, what does this mean? I say that A is to B can be written as A by B, because you are comparing the value of A with the value of B. So A is going to be the numerator and B is going to be in the denominator. So this value can be written as 2 by 3. This can also be written as this. That's understanding number one. What is the second understanding? So the second understanding is, let me make a table for you so that you understand it well. A and then B and then X. What is X? We will understand. So when I say that A is 2, B is 3, understand the statement. When somewhere it is given to you as A is to B as 2 is to 3, this does not mean that A is going to be 2 and B is going to be 3. Majority of the people make mistakes over here. यही बोल के वो गलती कर जाते हैं, बट मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, when A is 2 B is 3, understand there is a difference between these two statements. Statement number 1, A is 2 B is 3. Statement number 2, when A is 2 B is 3. So उस एम्बिग्यूटी से बचने के लिए हमारे को क्या करना चाहिए? हमारे को यहाँ पे लिखना चाहिए A as 2x and B as 3x. अब ये x क्या चीज हो गई? जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे बोला ना, एक तो ये वैल्यू हो गया, A is 2 B is 3 whereas x is 1. When I put x as 2, then what is going to be the value of A? It is going to be 4, 2 into 2. And what is going to be the value of B? This is 6. When I take this value as 3, so this is 2 into 3 which is 6, and this is 3 into 3 which is 9. What if I take x as half? Then A will be 1 whereas B will be 1.5. So what is that I'm trying to say? Whenever you come across such a situation, when you compare two variables, you can have infinite pairs of A and B. But if you see the first one, which is 2 by 3, or you see the second one, which is 4 by 6, or you see the third one, which is 6 by 9, or this is 1 divided by 1.5. all these values are nothing but same, because इन सब को जब आप सिंप्लीफाई करोगे ना तो आपको क्या मिल के आएगा, यहाँ पे 2/3 ही मिल के आएगा. So two understandings must be there. Understanding number one, when something is written as a is to b, then a upon b can be written as 2/3. Understanding number two, whenever this is written, please don't say that a is 2 and b is 3. They are not the absolute values. Rather, you should be saying that a is equal to 2x and b is equal to 3x, where x is a multiplying factor. For each and every multiplying factor, you will be having a unique set of a and b. So how many sets? You can have infinite number of sets. बट उन सबको जब आप सिंप्लीफाई करोगे तो रेशियो जो निकल के आएगा वो कितना निकल के आएगा, वो निकल के आएगा 2/3. राइट, नाउ लेट अस मूव अहेड. स्टूडेंट्स की ना सारी की सारी प्रॉब्लम यही पे होती है, वो समझ नहीं पाते. यहाँ पे देखो, जैसे मैंने क्या बोला यहाँ पे आपको, ये वाला स्टेटमेंट, रेशियो ऑफ a टू b. आपने क्या किया, a की वैल्यू को b से कंपेयर किया, तो आप इसको लिखोगे क्या, a/b. When the examination is asking you to find out the ratio b to a, you will be writing this is b in the numerator and a in the denominator, right? But अगर कहीं पे ऐसा एक स्टेटमेंट आ गया, रेशियो बिटवीन a एंड b, अब रेशियो बिटवीन a एंड b में यहाँ पे a/b भी सही हो सकता है एंड देन b/a, ये दोनों सही हो सकता है. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज अ वेरी एम्बिगुअस स्टेटमेंट. ये आपको क्लियरली नहीं बता पा रहा है कि आपको a/b लिखना है या आपको b/a लिखना है. राइट, सो दिस वन इज एब्सोल्युटली क्लियर, बट यहां पे इनमें से कोई भी आंसर हो सकता है. ओके, देन वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट द मल्टीप्लाइंग फैक्टर. राइट, अगर आप यहां पे इसको देखो ना, ये वैल्यू यहां पे 4/5 इज इक्वल टू 8/10 इज इक्वल टू 2 डिवाइड बाई 2.5 is equal to 10 divided by 12.5. Don't you think that all of them are the same thing and all of them are nothing but 4/5? right, यहाँ पे ये देखो, ये 4 into 2, so x over here is 2. यहाँ पे x कितना है, 1. यहाँ पे x कितना है, it is going to be 1/2. यहाँ पे x कितना है, 2.5. For every value of x you will be having different set of values जहाँ पे जिसको आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो. Now, so probably you are understanding what is ratio. Ratio is used for comparison. You can compare two or more values, and when you are comparing, probably you should be writing a is to b is given to you as 2:3. You should be writing 2x and 3x. And what is x? X being a multiplying factor. Now, what is a proportion? Proportion सबने बचपन में पढ़ रखा हुआ है. When two ratios are equal, simple. When two ratios are equal, they are known to be proportional to each other. इसको मैं ऐसे भी लिख सकता हूं, इसको मैं लिख दूं a/b इज इक्वल टू 2/3. इसको मैं ऐसा भी लिख सकता हूं, a is to b and then double dot 2:3. Is that okay? So if you have got something like a is to b is equal to c is to d, then you can write this as a/b is equal to c/d. Whereas a is known to be the first proportional, this is known to be the first proportional, so b is known to be the second proportional, c is known to be the third proportional, d is known to be the fourth proportional. अब ना ये जो टर्म्स है ना, ये हम भूल जाते हैं, और एग्जाम पे जब कभी ऐसे टर्म्स आ जाते हैं तो हम परेशान हो जाते हैं कि ये क्या पूछ रहा है हमारे से. सो एंटीसीडेंट एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंट you have understood. You have also understood that a is the first proportional, b is the second proportional, c is the third proportional, whereas d is the fourth proportional. And what is a proportion? When two ratios are equal, they are in proportionality. Okay, so if you understand this one, let us solve this kind of problem. Find the fourth proportional to 5, 8, 15. So what did I say? This is the first proportional, second proportional, third proportional, and fourth one has not been given to us. So a/b is equal to c/d. That's the kind of situation that we have. So a is 5, b is 8, c is 15, they are asking us to find out the value of D. What is going to be the value of D? D can be written as what? Do the cross multiplication. You're going to have 8 into 15 divided by 5. So 5. The value of D or the fourth proportional is coming out as 24, right? Okay, then let us find out the fourth proportional to this problem over here. So this is going to be what? The first divided by the second is equal to third divided by the fourth. That is what you need to find out. So can you write this one as what? 12 and 21. 12 and 21. So this is going to be 4 into 3 and this is 7. So D into 4 equals to 7 into 8. The value of D comes out as 7 into 2, which is 14. So any three proportionals will be given to you and they would be asking you what is the value of the fourth proportional. So it could be the first or the second or the third or the fourth, any value. Now what exactly is the mean proportional? So if you have been given four different values like this, then you say that the first and the second and the third and the fourth. But if you have a situation like this, A, B and C, that is it, then we have to write this one as A by B equals to B by C, or you might write this one as B square is equal to AC. B square is equal to AC, or you can also say that A, B, C are in geometric progression and B being the geometric mean of A and B both. If that is the situation, then you bring mean proportional concept. So now if you need to find out what is going to be the mean proportional between, so this one obviously is going to be A, this one obviously is going to be C, and they're asking you to find out what is going to be the value of B. So how do you find out the value? You say this is going to be 234 in this situation divided by B equals B divided by 104. Let's find it out. What is going to be the value of B? B square, the cross multiplication is going to be 104 into 234. Let us do the prime factorization of 104 and 234. 104 is equal to that's gonna be what? 27 into 4. This is 26 into 4. I should write. In fact, this is 13 into 8. And this is 234. 234 is 2 into 117. And 117 can be written as 13 into 9. 13 into 9. So this is 13 into 8 into 2. So this is the value. Or you can write this as 13 square into 16 into 9. So the value of B is going to be what? The value of B will be square root of this, which is 13 into 4 into 3. So 13 into 12, the value is going to be 156. अब देखो ना कैलकुलेशन आ गया यहाँ पे. कई सारे बच्चों को लगेगा कि भाई ये इन नंबर्स को मल्टीप्लाई करो, मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद में हम उसका स्क्वायर रूट कैसे निकाल देंगे. आप देखो ऐसे निकालोगे आप, यू विल स्टार्ट डूइंग द प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन. अदरवाइज तो फिर वो निकालना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. तो दिखने में तो प्रॉब्लम बहुत सिंपल है कि भाई वो क्या बोल रहा है, पहला प्रोपोर्शनल दे दिया, थर्ड दे दिया, दे आर आस्किंग द मीन प्रोपोर्शनल. कहीं ना कहीं पे मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन आ गया. सो इफ do you understand the meaning of this one? The third proportional, दो ही तो दे के रखा हुआ है. तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि 38 is the first proportional, 15 is the mean, and hence it has to be 15 divided by C. So what is going to be the value of C? It is going to be 15 into 15 divided by 38. है ना ये सारा का सारा बेसिक्स. आपको लग रहा होगा क्या पढ़ाया जा रहा है, मेरे को भी लग रहा है मैं क्या पढ़ा रहा हूँ, बट ये जरूरी है क्योंकि एग्जाम में अगर ये क्वेश्चन आ गया ना तो फिर अगर ये नहीं बना तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाएगी आपसे. नंबर तो सबके सेम होते हैं. सो आई होप यूर अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि A अपॉन B इज इक्वल टू C अपॉन D दिया है तो क्या मतलब हुआ, मीन प्रोपोर्शनल है तो सिर्फ 3 ही वेरिएबल इन्वॉल्व होंगे। ये सारी चीजें आपको समझ में आनी चाहिए। चलो जी, लेट अस फाइंड दिस वन, द रेशियो बिटवीन द थर्ड प्रोपोर्शनल। देखो ये एम्बिगुअस स्टेटमेंट आ गया, रेशियो बिटवीन। मैं तो कहूँगा ये प्रॉब्लम गलत हो जाएगा ऐसे। उनको पूछना चाहिए था कि थर्ड प्रोपोर्शनल और इसका मीन प्रोपोर्शनल का रेशियो बता दो आप। बट लेट अस फाइंड दिस वन आउट। थर्ड प्रोपोर्शनल ऑफ 12 एंड, सो दिस इज 12 अपॉन 30 is equal to 30 upon C. So this is going to be, C is going to be 900 upon 12, isn't it? And this is 75, yes, this is 75. And the mean of 9 to 25, so 9 divided by B is equal to B divided by 25. So what is going to be the value of B square? B square is going to be 9 into 25. So B comes out as this value, which is 3 into 5, this is 15. So in this situation the third proportional is 75, whereas the mean proportional over here is 15. So what is this ratio? This ratio is 5:1. तो या तो 5:1 आंसर हो जाएगा। अगर वो रेशियो बिटवीन पूछा हुआ है तो या तो वो 5:1 कहीं पे दे दे, या तो 1:5 दे दे। इन दोनों में से कोई भी आंसर सही हो जाएगा। आई होप यू आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट। चलो जी, अगर ये आ गया हमारे को तो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज डुप्लीकेट रेशियो। देखो ना, ये वो टर्म है जो कभी आपने किया होगा स्कूल में, बहुत अच्छे से किया होगा। डुप्लीकेट रेशियो किसको बोलोगे आप? से अगर आपको दे के रखा हुआ है, नो रेड कलर, नो रेड कलर, इफ यू हैव बीन गिवन A:B इज इक्वल टू 2:3, आप निकाल दो A square is to B square, and which is, if you do the square of this side, it is going to be square of this side, which is 4:9. So this is known to be A:B. If this is a ratio, its duplicate ratio is going to be A square is to B square. And what is going to be its sub-duplicate ratio? Square root of A is to square root of B. In this case, this is going to be square root of 2 and square root of 3. So duplicate is squaring the ratio, sub-duplicate is finding out the square root. And then what is the triplicate ratio? So if A:B is given to me as 2:3, then I will have to find out A cube is to B cube, which is going to be 8:27. So this is going to be triplicate ratio of 2:3. Does this make sense? So now you also understand how do we find out sub-triplicate ratio. तो अगर मेरे को A:B दे के रखेगा, वो मेरे से पूछेगा कि आप बता दो भाई इसका this ratio you have to find out. So in this case it is going to be 2:2, 1/3. That is what it is. That is what it is. Very simple. मैंने क्या बोला आपको? ये वो टॉपिक्स है ना, ये वो टर्म्स हैं जो आपने 5th स्टैंडर्ड में ऑलरेडी पढ़ के रखा हुआ है, समहाउ आपको स्किप कर गया होगा। चलो, व्हाट इज द इनवर्स रेशियो? A:B इफ इट इज गिवन टू यू एज 2:3, अगर ये आपको दे के रखा हुआ है, यानी इसका क्या मतलब हो गया? यू आर कंपेयरिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ A विद द वैल्यू ऑफ B। अब आपसे वो चाहता है कि इसको इन्वर्स कर दो। इस इन्वर्स करने का क्या मतलब है कि आप इसको निकाल दो B:A। B:A ऑब्वियसली इट इज गोइंग टू बी 3:2। यानी इस सिचुएशन में जब द वैल्यू ऑफ A इज बीइंग कंपेयर्ड विद द वैल्यू ऑफ B, नाउ B इज गेटिंग कंपेयर्ड विद द वैल्यू ऑफ A। आप क्या करो, सिर्फ 1/, कर दो यार, काम खत्म हो गया आपका। तो ये पता होना चाहिए कि भाई इनवर्स रेशियो क्या होता है, रेसिप्रोकल रेशियो क्या होता है। In this situation, you have to find out what is the product of the duplicate ratio of this. So how do you find out duplicate ratio of this? How do you find out duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio is you have to make it square. So this is going to be 4A square is to 36B square, isn't it? And the reciprocal ratio, what is the reciprocal ratio? This is to 4A square. And you have to find out the product. Can this be written as 4A square upon 36B square? And can this be written as 25B square upon 4A square? So 4A square and 4A square are gone. B square gone. What do you have? This this ratio comes out as 25/36 simplified, right? चलो जी, अगर आपको लेकिन यहाँ पे मतलब ही नहीं होता कि पता नहीं होता कि डुप्लीकेट रेशियो क्या बोलते हो आप, रेसिप्रोकल रेशियो किसको बोलते हो, तो ये सिंपल सा प्रॉब्लम आप लगा कैसे पाते हैं ना। व्हाट इज द कंपाउंडेड रेशियो? कंपाउंडेड रेशियोज आप क्या करो, सबको मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, सिंपल है। आपको अगर से आपको दिया हुआ है a is to b is 2 is to 3, b is to c आपको दे के रखा हुआ है सम 3 is to 5 एंड c is to d दे के रखा हुआ है सम say for example 5 is to 7, and they want you to find out the compounded ratio. What is the meaning of compounded ratio? I will have to find out a is to b is to into b is to c, and then this one is c is to d. So this is 2/3 into 3/5 into 5/7. What do you have here? Because 3 and 5 both of them are gone, you are left with 2 in the numerator and 7 in the denominator, and the value comes out as 2/7. That is the compounded ratio. यानी जितने multiply all the numerators together, multiply all the denominators together, and then find out the ratio. So in this situation, what is the compounded ratio of 2, 3? So this is what we did over here. Now if you have to find out compounded ratio of this value, what can you do here? This one 2, this one is 2/3, and then 2/3, and then 2/3. The compounded ratio in this problem comes out as 8/27. काम खत्म हो गया आपका. So can you find out this value out here? किसी एग्जाम में तो पूछा गया था ये. P देखो ना, ये क्या देके रखा है, आपसे पूछा क्या जा रहा है, P ये डिवाइड बाई QRY. So now you have P is to Q, then you have got S upon R, and then you have got X upon Y. So you know the value of P by Q, which is given to you as 3/4. The value of R is to S is given to you as 8 is to 5. So S is to R, which is what? Reciprocal ratio of R is to S, that one comes out as 5 is to 8. So this is 5 is to 8. And what's the value of X is to Y? This is 10/6. So can we simplify this? This is 2, this is 5. So 5 into 5, 25, and this is 32. So 25 is to 32. This is going to be the answer. Okay. What is the rule of componendo and dividendo? देखो ये बड़ी सिंपल सी चीज़ है ये. अगर आपने अब तक समझ लिया कि a is to b is equal to 2 is to 3 है, since this is equality, आप इक्वालिटी के लेफ्ट साइड में, राइट साइड में सेम वैल्यू से यू कैन हैव द एडिशन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन एंड मैं अगर इन दोनों साइड में 1 ऐड कर दूं, इक्वालिटी इज गोइंग टू रिमेन अनचेंज्ड. इफ आई मल्टीप्लाई बोथ ऑफ द साइड्स विद 2, द इक्वालिटी विल रिमेन अनचेंज्ड. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग माई पॉइंट. सो एक सिचुएशन में क्या करा जा सकता है कि a बाई बी प्लस 1 इज इक्वल टू 2/3 मत लिखो, सम वेरिएबल लिख लेते हैं, c by d plus 1. Will it change? No, it won't change. So what did I say? That equality will remain unchanged provided if you do the addition with the same value on both sides of equality. And what if I subtract 1 from both sides of equality? And if you do that, this is going to become a plus b upon b. This can be written as c plus d upon d. Similarly, this can be written as a by b upon b, and this one can be written as c upon d upon d. So see, this is equation number 1 and equation number 2. What if I try to divide equation 1 with equation number 2? So on the left hand side it will become a plus b upon b. This will be divided by a minus b upon b. है ना, यही तो कर रहे हो आप. इसके बाद आप क्या करोगे, यहाँ पे c प्लस d अपॉन डी, and divided by c minus d upon d. So b and b will be cancelled and d will be cancelled. You can write this one as a plus b upon a minus b and c plus d upon c minus d. अरे ये दिखने में ना बड़ा सिंपल सा लग रहा है, आपको लग रहा होगा कि भाई हाँ a प्लस बी इज इक्वल टू सी प्लस डी लिख दिया, a अपॉन बी इज इक्वल टू सी अपॉन डी अगर कहीं दिया हुआ तो आप इसको लिख सकते हो। जब भी ये देकर रखा है तो वो कैसे लिख पाओगे, ये हम क्वेश्चंस के थ्रू करेंगे धीरे धीरे, बट दिस इज द रूल ऑफ कॉम्पोनेंटो एंड डिविडेंडो। सो व्हाट डिड वी लर्न आउट हियर? we learned that if a upon b is equal to c upon d is given to you, then you can write a plus b over a minus b is equal to, this is what you can write. So this is what we had in this video. In the second video I'm going to be talking about as to how you can find out a is to b is to c is to d exactly in 3 seconds. इससे ज़्यादा बिल्कुल भी नहीं लगेगा और यहीं से आपके एग्जामिनेशन के क्वेश्चंस की शुरुआत होती है। अच्छा, जो वीडियो हमने अभी ये फिनिश किया, इसमें से कुछ पूछा जाएगा क्या? हो सकता है भाई, पूछ ले तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। क्या पूछ लेगा वो? डुप्लीकेट रेशियो पूछ लेगा, ट्रिप्लिकेट रेशियो पूछ लेगा, या तो वो कंपाउंडेड रेशियो पूछ लेगा, या कुछ ऐसा पूछ लेगा जो आपको यहाँ पे यूटिलाइज हो जाएगा। बट हाँ, चांसेस बड़े कम है, चांसेस यहाँ से बनने आपके शुरू होते हैं। So I'm going to be seeing in the second video, जहाँ पे हम ये सारे का सारा कैसे 3 से 4 सेकंड में निकाल सकते हैं। We are going to see that. Okay then, thank you very much for watching this one. I'm going to see you in the video number 2.